Situation ist unter Kontrolle. Wir haben ein gegnerisches Schiff zerstört. Unser Team eroberte den Bereich. Gegnerisch.
How's it going, everybody? PigBay here, PB for short, and today we have the Admiral Hipper, the German Tier 8 tech tree ship. As a reminder, Tech Tree Thursday is about tech tree ships. So I know a lot of people voted for the Prinz Eugen, but Hipper is slightly better, like a hair better, I would say. So you guys kind of win, but here it is. Now the Tier 8 very much differs from the Tier 7 counterpart. Tier 7 had really good HE and had really good fire chance. Pretty much from 8 on up, it's all about that AP. You have a total of 8 203s, 2 guns per turret, 2 turrets in the front, 2 in the rear. Now you're going to struggle with the carriers. The ship doesn't really have good AA, but that's kind of just the German line as a whole. The ship does come equipped with torpedoes. They only go about 5.4 kilometers. So it's really more like self-defense torps, or if you crazily rush a battleship, you can use them. I wouldn't recommend rushing a battleship. This thing does have good armor, but not enough to be tanking battleship shells. Now back on the guns, the AP, like I said before, is really nice. The reload sits about 10 seconds. You could lower it. Personally, what I run is dispersion slot 1, propulsion slot 2, and then steering in slot 3. As I said before in plenty of other videos, when firing at battleships, especially from range, you want to hit them in the nose, superstructure, or the stern to try to get these full pens. Full pens on battleships are normally around like 800 per shell, but on DDs they'll be like 920. But again, when fighting DDs, you want to shoot them from range with the AP. If they close the distance too much, then you're just going to get a bunch of overpens, which will be like 200s, I think. So if you're getting rushed by a DD, go ahead and just swap to the AP. But just also remember, you have torps to deal with them. But now when you're fighting cruisers, I recommend firing that AP. Just strictly sticking to that AP, just to get those nice juicy chunks of full pen every 10 seconds. Now, honestly, I prefer the lower tier cruisers more than the higher tier, but the higher tiers you can make work. The AP is definitely that good, but I kind of just prefer those, 152s. I feel like they slap, they fire quickly, and I just liked it a little more. But up here at tier 8, I haven't played a 9 yet. I still need to buy it, but at least at tier 8, the ship can do well. For ship skills, you get 2 charges of precise aim, which you can bump up to 3, and then you get 3 sonar 2s, which you could also bump up to 4 with the commander build. But now on to the match at hand. I've been sitting here at A trying to farm these battleships, helping where I can, focusing fire. I'm looking at who they're shooting at and trying to get a little extra damage onto that person. But I also see this Kansas looking at me, so I'm going to go ahead and push up to this island in front of me where he can't lob those shells, but I'll still be able to get these cross shots over here onto the people at sea. So I'm going to use the island in front of me to protect myself from my biggest threat, and then get these shots here onto this Takao, which is a cruiser, and this thing does well, very well, against cruisers. But you have to hit your shots and not whiff them by shooting over. Yep. Now Takao's sailing broadside to me. That could only mean really one thing, that he's trying to get torps off. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue reversing, put that island between me and him, so that if he does launch torps in my direction, they'll hit the island. Takao goes down. Now I'm thinking about my next move, and my next move is probably going to be head towards C and try to cap that. Fortunately, our Mogador is doing that right now as we speak. But unfortunately, he gets nailed by the Kansas. Great shot on his part to nail him. But he did manage to kind of make C neutral. So no one's really in control of C. So I'm going to try to sneak my way in there. Not really wanting to give broadside to this Kansas because he can mess me up with a quickness. Now it is at this point that my gears start turning in my head. I'm going to try to move from this island in front of me and then use the next island. So I'm going to turn broadside, but I'm going to try to use that island to protect me from Kansas, hopefully staying in the circle and starting the capture process. Unfortunately, I get nailed pretty damn hard. And on top of that, I completely whiff the turn and I don't stay in the cap. So now I have to reverse into this. Unfortunately, some more unfortunately here, I have two DDs coming in to rush. I'm not in a good spot right now. Of course, one of my torpedo tubes is damaged on the side that the Groningen's coming. But whatever, launch one anyways and try to get a full broadside into him. Now he's going to eat 3 torpedoes. Had I had that other set, it would have killed him. So I'm going to have to waste a shot into him. And here comes the other one. So we get the kill on the Groningen. Slowly taking the cap. That's gone in our favor. But now I need to kill this guy so that they don't have access to a cap. Or someone that can get the caps quickly. Now both DDs are down. Siegfried is pretty far from A. Only has 30 seconds, so it doesn't matter if I die as long as my other ships stay alive. But luckily, the Amagi and the North Carolina are pretty far from the match. They let me do all the heavy lifting there. So they're pretty healthy, and they actually end up getting a kill onto that Kansas, sealing the deal, and we end up winning this game. So there you have it, 83,000 damage done, 3 kills, and that is the Admiral Hipper and its strengths and weaknesses. I hope you guys enjoyed this Tech Tree Thursday. Go ahead and comment and thumbs up what the next ship for next Thursday is going to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all, but until next time.